Let's update some art. If you didn't know, I have a Redbubble shop where I upload my designs and they can be printed on all sorts of items, t-shirts, stickers, mugs, you name it. Some of the first things that I designed were what I named the Fantasy Friends collection. They were baby versions of mythical creatures. I had a phoenix, a hippogriff, a unicorn, a dragon, a griffin, and a hippocampus. And for the longest time, I've been meaning to give them a little upgrade. Let's go. My original idea was very simple. I wanted to add inspirational phrases or cute sayings underneath my characters. But then I decided to go even further. I wanted a frame around the character. I thought this would look really good with scroll and caption. Then I got even more inspired and I decided that it would look really cool if there was a background for the character within the frame. So I ended up doing a nature themed background that matches each character. So for example, the Phoenix is a flying character, so I went with a fun cloud background. And I'm not gonna lie, I am obsessed with how this turned out. I originally thought I could get away with just being lazy and just using the same scroll banner that I've used for some of the other designs of mine, but I didn't think it looked very cohesive with the gold frame. I attempted to just add some gold shading and effects to the tan scroll, but I didn't think it was enough. It didn't shine, you know? I wasn't excited by it. It still clashed. So I made another scroll in gold. I forgot to screen record that though. Oops. But here's the gold scroll. Now I'm bringing in my baby hippogriff character. I'm using the same background as the Phoenix because this is also a flying character. So that just makes sense to keep it in the clouds. It looks so cute, I love it. Oh my gosh. I love how it's looking at its wings. And this one I captioned with, "You can fly." Just adding some definition around the words so that they pop a little better against the gold background. And I just love how he turned out. And next we have the unicorn character. This one I started with the base of the clouds for the background, but I wanted to give it more of like a full scene since it is standing on the ground. So I added some grass behind her. And then I added a rainbow because she's a unicorn and unicorns should never be too far from their rainbow. The rainbow gave me some trouble. I reworked it several times because it was just looking kind of funky. And this one I gave the caption, "Believe in yourself," because it's a unicorn. It should believe in itself. And so should you, even if you're not a unicorn. And for the next designs, I could not use the exact same oval shape. I had to adjust the shape a little bit. So I just brought the frame back in and I resized it with the free transform tool to make it the right shape for these characters. This one is my baby griffin design. And I decided to give the baby griffin a night sky background, also on the grass because it is clearly on the grass, reaching for a rock with a butterfly. Well, it's reaching for the butterfly. The butterfly is on the rock. So I'm making the ground. I think here I'm experimenting with what I even want to do with the ground. Yeah, I ended up going with like this kind of grassy, dark grassy look. And then for the background, I decided to make a really pretty night sky. And I'm still obsessed with how this night sky turned out. I even added some little sparkly flecks to make it look kind of magical and glowy. And this one I captioned with, "Be brave, reach out," because the griffin is reaching for the butterfly. And I added some little glowy effects around the griffin as well to make it stand out as well. So the griffin I thought could share a background with the baby dragon character because it's about the same shape aspect ratio. I thought it would fit nicely in that background. So all I'm doing here is just resizing him so that he fits nicely within the background. And it doesn't fit perfectly, so I have to erase some of the grass to make everything kind of mesh nicely. Then I add some glowing effects behind the dragon. And the dragon I decided to caption with "Hatch Your Dreams" because it is a newly hatched baby dragon. And for the final design, I again had to, I don't think I had to resize this one, I just had to rotate it because the character is more lengthwise. And this one was my Just Keep Swimming baby hippocampus. If you don't know what a hippocampus is, it's basically a horse mermaid. I originally had a watery background that I'd used for an Instagram post, but I thought that looked really bad in the frame, so I deleted that and just made a new background for the hippocampus from scratch. So I just experimented with some different effects to see what looked the best as water because it's underwater. And then I added in some soft circles to make it look like bubbles. Added some soft spray to make it look like the sunlight was coming down through the water onto the hippocampus. And then I experimented with some sparkles because, you know, you gotta have some sparkle. And this one I added Just Keep Swimming because it just came to mind from Finding Nemo, yes, but it's very cute and it's a good phrase and I think it looks really good with my character. And those are all my characters and the new backgrounds and frames I made for them, but we're not done yet. We still have to make a background for the product when it's printed onto pillows and bags and notebooks and things. So I decided to go for a simple kind of textured background. I just experimented with different brushes to try and get kind of like a stone-ish texture in different colors to match the characters. I added some different shades. I think I ended up using, did I use like a, yeah, I think I did end up using like a, yeah, textured brush that's like textured like stone to do all of these effects. And I really liked how it turned out. I think they look really good. Okay, and it looks like the pink background is the only one I remembered to do a screen recording for, but I'm just going to pop onto the screen the other backgrounds and how they end up looking. And I'm also going to go ahead and show what they end up looking like on a couple different products. Here they are on some notebooks. And thank you so much for joining me for behind the scenes of my art process, updating my Fantasy Friends collection. And all of the designs are already uploaded on my Redbubble account and are available if you want one for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this and let me know if you enjoy this style of video. I didn't know how to do the voiceover, if I should show myself, just do the voice. So I'm experimenting here. And let me know what you think of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!